There lived a little boy named Charvik. Charvik was a quiet and introspective child with big, curious eyes that seemed to hold the mysteries of the universe, while other children raced around playgrounds and shouted with glee. Charvik preferred to sit quietly under the shade of a sturdy oak tree, lost in his own thoughts. His classmates often overlooked him, assuming his silence meant he had nothing to offer. They called him the quiet one, not realizing that beneath his serene exterior lay a mind filled with creativity and wonder. One day, Charvik's teacher, Mrs. Jacqueline, announced a science fair at school. Excited whispers filled the classroom. Students discussed their ideas for experiments and projects. Charvik listened intently, his mind racing with ideas of his own. When Mrs. Jacqueline asked each student to share their project plans, Charvik hesitated at first, but as he stood in front of the class, his voice clear and steady, he unveiled his idea: a project to explore the patterns of stars in the night sky. His classmates exchanged puzzled glances. "Stars? That's boring," whispered one boy loudly, but Mrs. Jacqueline smiled encouragingly. "Charvik, that sounds fascinating. Go ahead and explore your idea." Undeterred by the lack of enthusiasm from his peers, Charvik dove into his project with passion. He spent evenings with his telescope, mapping constellations and noting their positions. He sketched the stars' movements and recorded his observations in a worn notebook. As the science fair approached, Charvik presented his findings with a quiet confidence. His display showcased intricate drawings of constellations, explanations of stellar patterns, and even a homemade model of the solar system. Parents and teachers marveled at Charvik's depth of knowledge and the meticulous effort he had put into his project. They realized that his quiet demeanor hid a keen intellect and a love for the mysteries of the universe. When the judges announced the winners of the science fair, there was a moment of anticipation. To everyone's surprise and delight, Charvik's project was awarded first place. His parents hugged him warmly, and Mrs. Jacqueline beamed with pride. From that day on, Charvik's classmates looked at him with newfound respect. They realized that being quiet didn't mean being ordinary. Charvik had shown them that true greatness often lies beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. As he gazed at the stars twinkling in the night sky, Charvik knew that he had found his place in the world. He had embraced his quiet nature and let his potential shine like a star, reminding everyone that sometimes the quietest voices have the most to say.